to know your purpose. You have to know your purpose. You have to know your gifting, your talents. You have to understand who you are. Because the biggest thing, the biggest roadblock and us missing our appointment is because we don't know who you really are and what you're purposed and destined to do and to be. So you got to get before the man in the mirror. That's the first thing you have to do. I tell y'all these pop-ups on my computer. You have to understand, who are you? Who are you? You won't make an appointment with an appointment to a doctor's office if you don't know why you're making the appointment. That's senseless. Nobody just goes and make an appointment to the dentist and you don't know why you make an appointment. You just say, oh, I just need an appointment. Why? What do you need done? So you have to know who you are so that you don't miss your appointment with your purpose, with your vision, with your related to your goals and your talents, because you can miss it. You can miss it. You can miss it. So that's what we want to talk about today. I shared before that when we talk about it's 2018, we have a beginning, things are just not going to be automatic. You don't just automatically walk into your purpose. Walk into your appointment. It's not just going to happen. You're not just going to wake up and say, hey, I'm in my purpose. No, that's not happening. You have people that's incarcerated that have died, and they have missed a whole life because, one, they didn't recognize who they were and what they were purposed and destined to be. So they missed out. A lot of them have missed out on their appointment for destiny, and they got caught up and served another appointment that they didn't necessarily want. So let's talk about this today. I thought my internet was going out. I saw some stuff going on. So we want to make the appointment. First, we have to recognize that, hey, I have to understand you have to understand who you are before you can make who you are, what your purpose, and how to maneuver. Listen to me. How to maneuver in who you are and your purpose. A lot of times we may know, okay, I know what my purpose is, but we don't know how to maneuver in our purpose. We don't know how to go to that next step. I know who I am, but I'm stuck. I know what I'm purposed to do, but I'm stuck here. I don't know the next step. Anybody know what I'm talking about? I'm here. I got all this in me. I have all these ideas. I have all this in my innermost being. I know that I'm supposed to be doing something that's greater than me, but I don't know how. Where do I begin? Anybody know what I'm talking about? Where do you begin? Well, first of all, you have, So what you have to do is understand, you have to get with yourself. You have to sit before yourself. You have to, I call it the man, and y'all know I like Michael Jackson, so I call it the man in the mirror. Get before yourself and say, hey, who am I? Not who I've become, but who am I? What makes me tick? What makes me who I am? And then what gives me, what talents, what giftings do I just naturally hold and use to perfection? Who am I? So once you get that, then you can kind of move on to understanding, well, you know what, I got these things, I don't know how to work them out, so I have to do something. Then once you understand who you are, what your purpose for, then you have to make a decision, you guys. And that's the hardest thing. That's the hardest thing. Understanding who you are, what your purpose to do, and then making a decision to live out of the fullness of who you are and who you are predestined to be and things that you are predestined to do. I want to take my time with this. Because what happens is assumption. Assumption causes us. So when we get ready to make our appointment, when we decide, hey, I'm going to do this thing. I know who I am. I'm going to walk it out. But we end up being late to our appointment. Why are we late to our appointment? Assumptions. Have y'all ever gone to the doctor at an appointment? And I'm using this because, see, I work with people every day, and they're late to their appointment because they assume, because of past experiences, I'm going to be late today because they're going to be real, real busy, and I don't want to have to sit and wait. You hear what I'm saying? I don't want to have to wait longer than I have to. Well, let me explain something to you. When we're talking about destiny, sometimes the waiting is part of your destiny, because you have to sit sometimes in the waiting area with other people that's connected, oh my goodness, to your purpose. You miss them because you're late to your appointment, because you're going on past assumptions. And when you should have been there on time so that you can connect with that person, they went on to the back because you got there late. If you had gotten there on time, what would have happened is you would have connected with a person that was connected to your purpose and to your destiny. But because of past assumptions, oh, they're crowded in there. I don't want to wait. I don't want to be discomforted. We assume that they're not. When you make your appointment, you're not going to be ready when they get there. But it's a blessing. It's a purpose in waiting in that waiting room, because you don't know who's in there. That's going to be a part of your destiny. The next thing is dislikes. I hear this all the time. Well, I don't like certain things. You know, I don't like doing this right here. I don't like going different places. I don't like doing arts and crafts. I don't like doing certain things. Let me tell you something. When you're going to walk out in your purpose and your destiny and meet your appointment, you're going to have to do some things that you don't necessarily like. You know why? Let me tell you why you're going to have to do these things. Because to become great and to walk in the fullness of who you are, you have to be stretched. And see, when you have to be stretched, it's uncomfortable. Nobody wants to be stretched. You know, when you go and work out and you use muscles that you hadn't used before, and then you got to get rolled. I used to have to get rolled because I used to have knots in my muscles. That thing hurts. So I didn't want to get it rolled. I didn't want to get stressed out because it was painful. I didn't like it. But if I didn't, my muscles would stay tighter longer than they would normally have to. So see, we have to get over what I don't like. Baby, sugar pie, as I tell my grandbaby. It's going to be a lot of things on your road to your destiny that you will not like. But if you miss out, if you just say, oh, okay, then I'm not going to do this because I don't like it, you will miss your appointment with your destiny. You will miss your appointment with your destiny. Personality. Oh, wow. How many of us have missed great opportunities that would have connected us to people or things, well, people that were connected to us walking out our destiny and being at their appointed time because we didn't like their personality? Or, not that you didn't like that personality, but you heard something from somebody else that was a credible, so-called credible witness, a credible person, that they didn't like that person. And they said, well, you know what? I heard some negative stuff about this person. So you take on their negativity. And because of a personality difference that you haven't even met this person sometimes, you fool around and miss your appointment with your destiny because you have a personality difference with someone that once you haven't even got to know. Or it could have been some things that happened in the past Because you guys, you do realize that we all have a past. We all have character defects, character flaws. And you can't keep holding a person to the person or the character or the attitude that they had 10, 20, 30 years ago. Because they were nasty to you in the Kroger line. They didn't speak to you. Come on. Because in high school, they were such and such a person. So you're going to miss out on your appointment with your destiny because you carrying some things from something that somebody did to you and you don't know why they did it. I learned this lesson last week and I just got to share this, interject this when we talk about personality differences. My sister-in-law shared this with me because I was, going through some stuff, had some unmet expectations about some things. And she said this to me and it just changed my whole mindset. She said this to me. She said, what happens is when we talk about people, we expect them to do things, but we don't know the other side of the story. See, only thing we look at when we read our story. We know what we're going through. So when people don't meet up to our expectations, we get angry, we get upset, we get frustrated, but we don't know their side of the story. We just selfish and worry about what we have going on, and we say what they should have. They ought to have. They're old enough to know this. No. People have their own issues that you may not understand. So personality differences causes us to miss out on our appointment with our destiny. Unauthorized counsel. Now, I'm going to take my time on this because this happens. This happens. We have, listen to me, unauthorized counsel, unauthorized people that speak into our lives, that give us advice, information that's not authorized for you. What do I mean when I say that? Not to say that the information that they're giving you is bad information. It's just not for you and your purpose and your destiny. So and the reason why this is unauthorized is because they're not in line with your walk, with your appointment with destiny. And it could be mama them, and I'm gonna say it like that, cousin them, best friend, your BFF. It could be a mentor, but because they are unauthorized for that area of your destiny, you take counsel from them. Because what happens is a lot of times people give you counsel and they give you wisdom from their intellect, from their reason. And I'm not taking anything from intellect and reason because we have to reason with all things. But when you know who you are and your purpose and your destiny and where you're going, if you have somebody that's unauthorized speaking into your life, giving you counsel, and they have no sight, they are I call them the seeing mind. They can see, but they have no sight.